Forrest Whitaker in the building. We'll chat to him. Do you first figure out somebody's heart before you depict them, or do you figure out their head?
But sometimes it can go both ways because both of them kind of find your truth. You know, maybe you figure out a gesture or something that you saw some photograph or something in a movement, and that may like start to elicit like a certain feeling inside of you, and that starts to take over too, or you start from an emotion or feeling or thought, and that like drives you to move a certain way, to be a certain way. So, of course, when you're doing a real character, you got a lot of examples. This one's a little different because you don't have a lot of footage. But there's other films that I've played where you have much more historical documentation to be able to watch and look at.
But then, which one is more difficult? The one where there's so much footage that we've got these books to reference. I'm like, oh no, Forrest, that's not how he used to smile. Or do you like the one where there isn't much to go on and we are literally relying on you to build this character for us?
Both are fun for me, but I mean, it's a lot. It's great when you get a chance to delve into talking to real individuals and look at all the history and study. You know, like when I was on The Last King, I was studying like film footage.
Yeah, because there's a lot.
Different things. There's a lot.
There's a lot of footage on that.
Speaking of Last King of Scotland, I've never wanted my name to be Nicholas so badly. Remember we used to
Nicholas.
call Nicholas. Listen, we're streaming this live, so you can catch it. It's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook. We're streaming it. You can check out. See, Cindy's got her phone out as well. Are you on Instagram? Cindy's on Instagram.
Yes, absolutely. Of course, who would miss this opportunity?
Okay, so you can check it out live.
So, I mean, most careers have got highs and lows. I just feel like, Forrest, yours just has highs. Can you listen to this clip quickly?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get my next guest right out. One is an Oscar winner, the other's a worldwide TV superstar. It's Forrest Whitaker and Oprah Winfrey, ladies and gentlemen.
Forrest. When you are being introduced as Forrest Whitaker, Oscar winner, and with Oprah Winfrey, do you walk out there and you're like, this is my life?
I made it. I've made it.
This is my life.
You know, we were having a great time. We did The Butler together.
Yes.
And it was a great opportunity. I really like her a lot. She's always been really supportive of me. Even during that time, she like threw a party at dinner and stuff for me to celebrate and everything. So
That's when she had your childhood photos all over the house.
Yeah.
Guys, we failed. Where are Forrest photos in the studio?
I've always had one Oprah question. Does she smell as good as she looks?
She smells, yeah, and I guess so. She's everything that you imagine her to be, and even more. Yeah.
Does she give like good hugs? Like, is it a
Really
hug?
good hugs.
It's not a hug. It's a hug. It's a hug.
She's a great friend. She's really supportive and like just a broad thinker, always looking to continue to grow and see new things and do new things. She's amazing.
Forrest Whitaker in studio. We're speaking Godfather of Harlem. You can check it out on Showmax. Please send us your WhatsApp voice notes. Ask the questions 084 0000 947. No, Forrest is not going to loan you some money.
No, that's the one question you can't ask.
We know every time someone comes in here with a little bit of gold, they're like, he's got money. He's got dollars.
Yeah, can you? I want to start the fund. Yeah.
Send us the questions. Tell your mama about it. Let us know. We'll be right back.
Let's go. Another big interview
on the 947 Breakfast Club.
This is big.
Jump onto your Facebook. We are live streaming this. Godfather of Harlem is the latest addition to television, and we are losing our minds. I'm just so upset that it's only 6 episodes, Forrest.
No, it's 10.
Is it 10?
Is it 10?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because everybody says to me 6.
No, we shot 10. The 10th episode is my favorite one, actually. It's my favorite episode of them all.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that without giving away? Don't spoil it.
Yeah, I'd have to give away a lot. Yeah, it's just, I think everything down together, the actors and the crew and the film and the story, just all like gelled. It seemed like magic almost. I loved the last episode.
I have a question. So obviously, when you're shooting something like Godfather of Harlem, do you shoot it episode by episode so everyone gets more into it, or is it scenes across the whole show?
Most of the time it's one. Sometimes we shoot 2 episodes at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back and forth, just for logistics and stuff like that.
And obviously, you've got a Golden Globe, you've got an Oscar. Are you going for an EGOT? It's an Academy. What is it? Academy.
It's a
Emmy?
Grammy, a Tony, an Oscar.
Yes.
And an Emmy.
And an Emmy.
I don't guess I really think about it that way that much. I just keep trying to do great work.
Are you a theater man?
I've done some theater, but I don't do it very often.
Yeah.
I started thinking that's what I was going to do in the beginning, and it kind of got sideswiped towards doing film and stuff, and that's what I've been doing since. I was directing theater straight out of college, and then I went into film.
But now here's the thing. People would mistaken and think that you're shy. I don't think you're shy. I just think that, like, you're very measured, right? And in an industry where you know the ones that are the loudest and the ones that are the with the most bravado are the ones that get heard the most. How do you cut through that? Because you've got quite a like a quiet slow demeanor about you. Didn't you feel that you had to be
Boisterous.
boisterous to get ahead?
I'm much more social and I'm boisterous, even though this is not boisterous to you, than I used to be when I first started. When I started in my career, I was really kind of a hermit and quiet, and really it was just like how intense I would work on the parts and I started getting the jobs. It didn't.
Yeah.
That's really how I worked. I didn't really get into social events or anything like that. I was just doing my work and trying my best.
But there was a point when you felt that you didn't feel you were good enough for the roles that you were getting, and you went back. Did you go study theater?
Yeah, I was in college and I was in conservatory and I was starting to work on Fast Times and different things.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel like I was ready to be seen on film for it's permanent. It's like forever. It's like a legacy. And so I decided to go up to Northern California, study some more before I started acting some more again.
That is insane. I mean, you're getting the jobs, but you tell yourself, no, I can do some more honing here.
Yeah, you want to prepare for the big roles,
So when do you know that, something is working? Like I'm ready now. I'm ready. Let me go in. What told you that?
Honestly, it took a deep into my career, like because I've been working, doing all like from Bird and on. But I think honestly, when I did Last King, I think I figured out something. I thought I figured out something about how to do my work, how to transform properly. I was always frustrated that I couldn't like totally change into the other person, and that was like a frustration for me, and I didn't understand why I couldn't do it. And then I finally figured out something about vibration and energy and stuff, and it worked out differently.
Because you changed for the role.
Yo.
Yeah.
Apparently, you struggled to get out of it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard. I mean, that took me quite a while, and then little things remain like the laugh or different things like that.
Oh.
The hardest characters to get rid of are characters that have like mental issues and stuff like that. Those characters are difficult to like get rid of because you kind of like reprogram your brain a little bit, and you got to program it back.
How then do you measure not going too far?
Yeah, getting lost in that character.
I think when I did my own love song with Renee Zellweger, a little bitty movie, I was playing schizophrenic, and that's when I felt like I went too far.
Oh.
That was like when it took me felt like a year for me to get rid of the character, really, to get rid of
Could
like
the
mannerisms and things like that. And
Could the people around you see that you were still gone? You weren't there. You were there-ish.
you could see it was me. You could see that I was having different ways of thinking about things and looking at things, and behaviors were a little different. Because it's mechanical too. Like if you continue to repeat an action in your body, it's like building a muscle. It stays that way. Same thing happens in your brain.
Wow.
No, it's crazy.
Wow.
When we were doing the movie, there was a magic that was going on. There was something that was happening, and I felt like it would enter the people. And the movie is also it's about family, and I think it relates to everybody. It's a universal story, and I think when people feel that, people want to go see it.
We were so happy white people liked it.
Yeah, well.
That's Oprah and Forrest Whitaker talking about The Butler. And now you're speaking about the fact that as you were shooting it, you knew The Butler was going to be a success. How do you know those things? How do you know when you're shooting something that, you know what?
This project is going to be great.
We're in gear.
That one, I kind of, you could feel it in the air. It felt like transit. I was always feeling like, sometimes I feel like I was walking in an old movie set and there was magic happening, like Charlie Chaplin or something. It was really clear for me, like I was walking in the sea of blue or something. And I could see it. Sometimes I can't. Most of the time I can. Like I felt strong about this project, Godfather. I thought that we were hitting it right, and we were just getting better and better as we kept going along. And it happens every once in a while. Not all. Sometimes you're not sure what you've actually done. You know that you've committed and you've given all you've got, and that's what you can hope for, is that what all you've got is what they need.
Have you ever wanted to leave a project, like, get me out of here? Somebody get my agent on the line. I do not know what's happening here.
Yeah. There's been times where I've been working with a filmmaker or something where it's been kind of tough, where maybe he wants to move you around like you're a statue or something like that, and just pawn piece, like at least early on in my career, I haven't really experienced that. I'm pretty fortunate. Most of the directors I work with, we work really strongly well together, so. Usually it depends on the part itself, and the character that I'm playing. I enjoy working on Godfather because it was such an amazing cast and crew, you know, and it was just a great project to work on, great writing, you know. But I just finished a movie called Jingle Jangle, which was one of the most enjoyable movies I've ever done in my life. So I can't say I can choose either way.
Which project? Because people always think the big screen is bigger than, you know, being on TV, but in reality, TV projects are obviously a lot harder. It's a lot longer. It's a lot bigger.
Yeah, usually like they work longer days and harder days and work a lot faster, like as if you're making an independent movie or something.
Yeah.
You only have a limited amount of budget and stuff. We were pretty good. We got pretty much the days we wanted to be able to shoot, and we were able to take our time to develop out the scripts, because the scripts are really will make it work with the actors, you know.
One of the things I love about Godfather of Harlem is the fact that you obviously transform back to the 60s. So you get this feel of what New York was like in the 60s, everyone's clothes and, you know,
set
what
design
they're
is on
doing.
point. I just feel
Beautiful.
like the wardrobe is on point. Everything, it literally takes you there. That's absolutely amazing.
We were hoping, though, that you'd be able to, like, by the way we did it, to be able to understand, like, the parallels of things that connected with what we're doing, like today, what's happening today, what's happening yesterday. That's kind of reflected in the music, and that's reflected also in, like, sort of the styling of the show. It's kind of classic in that way.
Godfather of Harlem, you can check it out on Showmax. Listen, before we go, we won the World Cup in 1995, right? What? No, there's a story here. And then a big movie was made, and Matt Damon was in it, and Morgan Freeman played Nelson Mandela. I mean, we just won the World Cup the other day. We don't know who's going to play the teams yet, but could you please play our President Cyril Ramaphosa? I really feel that this is your next role.
So he lifted the cup in Japan, and we feel like you could.
Congratulations, everybody! That was like a big thing. I know you're talking about Invictus, but today is another day. You know, Springboks. It's a great time. Congratulations to the country. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's amazing.
Thank you. Listen, thank you so much for joining us. Before you go, I know, you know, if you get an Oscar, people say, yes, you've made it, and a Golden Globe, and you do wonderful things. But for me personally, I think if Migos does a song about you, I think that's when you realize that you've made it. Hey, Mr. Whitaker.
I think that's what my daughter said. My daughter called me from school when she heard it on the radio for the first time. She said, Dad, you're not going to believe it. It was great. Those guys are a great group, and it was like really nice that they did that song. It's a great song. I like it.
Listen, thank you so much for joining
Thanks
us.
for
Round of
having me.
applause for Forrest Whitaker. Check it out, Godfather of Harlem, one of the best series that I've ever watched. And
It's
you know I watch
incredible.
a lot of TV.
The guys who did Narcos helped develop the series as well. So if you love Narcos, you got to watch this.
Check it out. Sir, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We're out.
If you love Joburg,
947 loves you.